Hello and welcome. We're at the track covering the sport of kings. Coming up, Jamaica's top 3-year-old fillies showdown in the Thornbird Stakes. The TNT Super filly Bella Riva pops the champagne in the Santa Rosa Park feature. And the Florida-based Barbadian trainer Saffie Joseph Jr. stretches his string of successes to New York's Aqueduct racetrack. First, the Caymanas Park in Jamaica.
10 fillies heading to the starting gates for the Thornbird Stakes, a major prep for the fillies Guinness in June. For the 7-horse She's a Wonder, the heavy favourite, with Rian Lewis aboard for the 7-furlong run. 3 to 5 the odds there on She's a Wonder from the Ian Prasad barn. Number 5 Action and the second favourite at 8 to 5. Fairly good betting support too for previous winners. Magenta, the 2-horse, at 7 to 1, and number 9 Hoist the Mast at 9 to 2 in the Caymanas Park box. Brian Rickman picks them up early on the backstretch.
And it's Hoist the Mast on the outside under a tight rein, leading She's a Wonder by 3 parts of a length. Shore Curlin is racing next, possibly 4 lengths off that lead. Action and a Catalina joining that one. 3 times Lucky Races in behind them. A break back to Fighting Cowgirl as they run to the half-mile marker. Ahead of Sensational Ending, then Magenta, who will do running late if she can as they leave the half-mile, and Amy the Butcher brings up the rear. They've left the 7/16. They run now toward the final 3/8 of a mile, and the match race begins up front. She's a Wonder on the rail, just the leader. Hoist the Mast left back in second. Shore Curlin has 5 lengths to make up as they come thundering into the lane in the Thornbird Stakes. She's a Wonder stepping off the rail out wide. Hoist the Mast left back in her exhaust as they run now toward the final 3/16. It's She's a Wonder beginning to sprint away from Hoist the Mast now, running over against the rail, but it's She's a Wonder with a furlong to run that continues to pour it on under full power. She's a Wonder outclasses the field in the Thornbird Stakes, leaves the 16th pole all alone up front. She's a Wonder, a great performance. Rian Lewis and She's a Wonder by 8 or more.
No Thornbird Stakes winner in recent memory has been this emphatic. She's a Wonder's 20-year-old rider Rian Lewis almost needs binoculars to see his nearest rivals.
We come well prepared for the race, and as runners expected, and we're thankful for that.
What a performance from She's a Wonder as a 3 to 5 favourite. Runner-up Action and the 8 to 5 second favourite, 10 1/4 lengths behind. The 22 to 1 bet Sensational Ending third. 1 minute 26 4/5 of a second, the winning time, going 7 furlongs for owners Henry Pratt and the trainer's wife Karen Prasad. Despite the track being on the slow side recently, only She's a Man-Eater and Lady Blue in the last 10 years have gone faster than this filly's winning time Wednesday. But trainer Ian Prasad was more sold on the manner of her win than the time.
You know, usually time doesn't mean a lot to me, quite frankly. I like to see how they run and the manner in which they won. And clearly she won very well. I mean, if you beat a good field of fillies by 10 lengths, clearly you're saying something special. The split was pretty quick. It was actually quicker than the overnight split, but then the overnight finishing time was better. So, you know, overall with time, no complaints at all. More important was the manner in which she got the job done. So, you know, again, we just keep our fingers crossed and hopefully we can keep sound and well into the more important races to come.
Trinidad and Tobago's main event this past weekend was the National Flour Mill Champagne Stakes 1-mile run on turf.
7 starters parading before post time, including number 4, the informed 2019 champion 2-year-old Bella Riva, number 5, Wise Guy, last year's Triple Crown winner with Kimal Santo aboard, and the favourite number 7, General JN, with Dylan Kellerwan aboard in Jerry Narace's checkered blue and white silks. Down the backstretch, the speedy early bird, winner of the 2020 Science Gold Sprint, is on the inside with Keishan Balgobin aboard, trying to fend off big bad General JN ranging up on the outside.
A half mile left to go in the Champagne Stakes. It's Early Bird and General JN now head for the lead. They've gotten away by 4 lengths clear to Tiz-a-Vibe racing into 3rd position. They head into the far turn run now, 3 furlongs out, and General JN just like that takes the lead and opens up by 5 lengths now. Early Bird spent. Tiz-a-Vibe sneaking through the inside of that one. Bella Riva, she's getting going from 4th and coming toward the outside as they come off the turn into the stretch of the Champagne. It's General JN widening by 6 lengths now. Bella Riva has dead aim toward the outside and she's coming on well. It's General JN. Bella Riva coming on the outside. Here's Bella Riva! Bella Riva takes the lead. Oh, look at the filly go. Bella Riva and Brian Boodram Singh to win.
Nick Chady on commentary. Jockey Brian Boodram Singh with a rousing finish advertises why he's a 6-time champion jockey. Bella Riva at 7-2 topples the 1-5 favourite General JN by a length and a quarter to record a third win in her last 4 starts. The 5-1 bet Wise Guy third, 138.15, the fillies winning time for a mile. Champion trainer John O'Brien has now won 6 of the last 7 Champagne Stakes races and pointed to an adjustment in race strategy after her runner-up finish on turf debut back in January.
First time she ran on the turf, Brian used her up a bit much, racing with signal note, and she was beaten in the second by Desert Dancer. And she trained beautifully on the turf since, and we figured that if we hold her up this time, and the pace should be reasonably hot on front, that she would come running at the end.
And finally, Saffie Joseph Jr. has won 4 trainers' titles at Florida racetracks in the past 2 years, and his reputation continues to grow as a top trainer in the United States. And after 2 stakes wins at Aqueduct in New York over the weekend, he's now just outside the top 10, number 11 in the earnings list for 2021 among trainers in all of North America.
For one of his biggest career wins, check out Joseph's 4-year-old colt Mischievous Alex at 4-5, the favourite in Saturday's US $300,000 Carter Stakes at the famous New York racetrack. Jockey Irad Ortiz Jr. in green silks and red cap coming up on the outside with an unstoppable run.
There in the stretch, it is Chateau with the lead. Mischievous Alex now bearing down on the outside. Mind Control moves into third. It is Chateau. Here's Mischievous Alex. Now to take over the lead, it is Mischievous Alex, and he is drawing away. Mischievous Alex to win the Grade 1 Carter impressively.
Mischievous Alex, undefeated in 2021 now from 3 starts, easily lands the Grade 1 Carter Stakes by 5.5 lengths as the 4-5 favourite for trainer Saffie Joseph, clocking 123.97 for 7 furlongs. One of 6 winners on Saturday's 11-race Aqueduct card for Irad Ortiz Jr., the reigning Eclipse Award winner as the USA's Jockey of the Year. Next up for this impressive Mischievous Alex, Saffie Joseph says could be the US $1 million Met Mile at New York's Belmont Racetrack in early June. Just an hour earlier, Joseph was also a winner in the US $200,000 Bayshore Stakes. Again, Ortiz aboard for the win with a big 1-5 favourite, Drain the Clock, this time with a front-running effort.
It is Drain the Clock who has now opened up on the field. Drain the Clock is in front by 5. Whiskey Double gains on the outside of the second, and Two Boss is third. It is Drain the Clock with the lead, and it will be Drain the Clock who will bound home the winner in the Bayshore, eased up at the end, 1 by 2.
The victory margin a lot easier than the length and 3/4 suggested. Gate to wire, Drain the Clock, the 1-5 favourite, and logs the Bayshore Stakes to added money wins he also had in the Limehouse Stakes and the Swale Stakes at Gulfstream Park back in January. Drain the Clock clocks 125.97 in this 7-furlong victory. Joseph had a third win on the card, the 4-5 favourite Michael's Bad Boy in the 11th and final maiden claiming on turf, completing 6 wins on the afternoon for Ortiz, fresh from a Gulfstream Park Championship Jockeys title and high in praise for trainer Saffie Joseph. He's a great trainer, Ortiz said of the Barbadian, adding that Saffie does a good job with his horses, getting some better horses now and having a chance to train them.
We've been at the track covering top stories and exciting races in the sport of kings. Check us out again next week.